So yeah, we're making another Fortnite video again. So now we're gonna be talking about the worst weapons in Fortnite from each season. And I want you to watch the best weapons video first, so please go watch that before this one. The link's in the description anyway, just in case you want to see. Anyways, moving on to the rules. First, anything that I haven't used will not be part of this video. So stuff like the Chapter 2 Season 4 superpowers with Deadpool's Bully from Chapter 2 Season 2. Second, the ultimate exclusive weapons like Thanos' Gauntlet or Mythic Shockwaves. You guys barely might remember this one, but it's from the day of Doom LTM, and I actually used it, so yeah. And finally, since I barely played Fortnite before Chapter 5, excluding Chapter 2, and I think a bit of Chapter 1, and barely remember playing the game before that, then I have to be the current form, or the current form in OG Fortnite. Zappature, the guided missiles could be in this too, and pre-season is a separate season from season 1. Also, the pickaxe doesn't count. And remember, it's weapons that came out at this season, and if it's an old weapon in another sport that isn't this season, then it's either been reworked or there's an entirely new version of it. And with that out of the way, let's get into the video. Also, I copied most of this section from the video from the previous video because rewriting the rules is annoying, so yeah, just so you know. For the pre-season or just season 0, I'm gonna give it to the scope here. It's not really that bad, but all the other weapons were better than this. Also, I'm talking about the one from OG Fortnite 2024 Plus, which is worse than the one we had after Chapter 2. Just forgot to fire rate of 3 with a scope and poor accuracy. Even though it's meant to be used at these long ranges, like when you ADS and stuff. An honorable mention is also the semi-auto from OG Fortnite. This thing can kill someone in 4 shots, and that's just so terrible. And in Season 1, the actual Season 1, when I was like 5 years old, it did 44 damage, which means it took 5 shots to kill someone in builds. And if this version came back in OG Fortnite, and someone used it in Zeros, it will take 6 shots. 6 shots to kill them. It's not even a sniper anymore. But still, the scope 3R is worse anyway. Okay, so the honorable mention from Season 0 is going to be the actual mention for Season 1. So the semi-auto sniper again. I can't be bothered to yap about it because it's going to take like forever. And I do not want to repeat anything I just said previously. So take everything from what I said about this from last section and apply it to this section. Add some more because I ain't that lazy. Anyways, it's a turbo sniper and it was basically to me the first shooting on the game. Would have been better if it wasn't a sniper and it was called the semi-auto marked with rifle or just DMR. But we get what we get and we kind of have to deal with it. Oh lord, Season 2. For this one, it's the crossbow. This thing is literal ass, bro. I can't lie. This thing is a projectile bow that does 1 structure damage and does around 60 damage to players. Someone told me how this is good, because if you look this, you're mentally insane. Good luck using the worst weapon in Fortnite history. The only highlight is that it has infinite ammo and that's it. Who doesn't hate this thing? Oof, Season 3. This one was kind of hard because most of the weapons are good. But I don't want to be that guy, but if I had to be completely honest, this goes to the C4s. For me, it was kind of hard to use. And even though you got big time damage in OG Fortnite, which is way more than what it used to do, it still isn't really that good. It's time consuming and I just don't really like that. Honorable mention goes to the heavy shorty in Chapter 1, because it did 777 damage, but also 200 pumps, so I'll give it that. Now, the season is full, and for that season, it's the Stink Bomb. I bet any of you didn't even realize this thing existed, and this thing was kind of trash. I mean, 10 DPS for only 9 seconds is kind of terrible, but at least it does only white health, so if you can throw 2, you can actually get the job done. Also, the reason why it's here as well is because every other weapon was miles better, besides like the Thermo AR, which will be the honorable mention for the season. It's the worst AR ever. Even the scoped AR is better. Even the makeshift is better because it's so hard to find and it's not even worth it, and it's so useless. For this season, which is Season 5, it goes to the double barrel shotgun. It does big time damage, doing 123 gold, which is almost as good as the Spaz at 128. And you don't really have to pump it because it's a double barrel, so that means it has a better fire rate. But they're the only positives. This figure only does 145 headshot and it's turbo like over 5 meter range. And at 5 meter range, you're only doing like 10 damage or less, which is absolutely terrible. Not even 1.25 headshot multiplier, that's like 1.18 if you round it. Also, it takes some time to reload. 3 seconds, which isn't all that bad, but yeah. Honorable mention goes to the Silent Scar because it ain't that bad, but it's just not that accurate. Alright, Season 6, the one season that actually came out on my birthday. Anyways, it's kind of easy this season because it's Dynamite. It's just terrible. It takes forever to ignite and it doesn't even do enough damage. It does break fully built weather walls, but as a Zero player, I don't really care. It's bad. Honorable mention goes to the 6 shooter for the low body shot damage, but the dynamite's just way worse. We got season 7 on the podium, one of my favorite seasons, but I gotta stop being on a tangent because I wanna get to the point. So, for this season, it's the Bottle Rockets. Can't believe they even exist. They only do 10 damage a shot, and kinda sucks. They'll never get the job done for anyone. It has no good stuff about it, besides like structure damage or whatever. Honorable mention goes to the Scope Revolver for terrible accuracy, damage, and hipfire accuracy. So yeah, that's it. Moving on. Okay, so we're at season 8 now. There wasn't really any bad weapons that season. They were so OP and so good. But if I had to pick one, it'd be the Flipbit pistol. I mean, I know this is going to be a hot take on this video, but just hear me out. I mean, it is solid, doing 90 damage to the body and 180 to the head. That is lethal. And if you want to rock a double pump with it, inspired by HJ Dugan, that thing is going to cook. It's going to get the job done easily, but the flint knock effect hurts you more than it helps you. You can use it to save you from 4 damage, but pulling you away from your enemies is annoying. So yeah, for season 9, I'm going to go give it to the Burst SMG. 4-round burst with like 6 burst CUs, turbo boom and recoil, and 26 damage per shot, which is the only positive. That's not doing it for me. I can't use this. I mean, it can get the job done for some people, but it's kind of hard to use. Also, honorable mention goes to the Storm Flip. It does 5 tick, but it's useful in the endgame when Storm's so small. For Season X, this is going to be a hard one. There's only one weapon got added to that season, but there was also another veteran in the same season. But only in creative, and that weapon's the flashlight pistol. None of you knew this existed, but that's besides the point. It's a well-rounded pistol, but it's a semi-auto weapon, so limited for me. Oh yeah, we're in a new chapter now. Chapter 2. It was kind of hard to do this one as well, because there are some weapons that you can only get from fishing, and one of them is the rusty can. It's basically the pickaxe, but you can throw it, and you can't really farm any materials or break walls. No more explanatories needed for this anymore, because we all know it's terrible. Chapter 2, Season 2. The one time I can actually stop glazing this season. I never did, but let's just get to the point. It's the dualies, is what I would have said if I played that season. I don't really remember playing it, and I think I barely played it that much. It actually goes to the proximity mines. This thing does 50 damage when you shoot at it or step on it, and it breaks fully built wood walls, which is mid. But it also goes here because of the rapid fire and all the mythics were better, so yeah. For Chapter 2 Season 3, it's the Firefly Jar. It does 40 damage to players and 15 structure damage, and since fire isn't really useful anymore, it's a big L. What isn't bad about this weapon? But the only positive I can say about it is it's better than the rusty can, and the fact that all the mythics and the charges are miles better than this crap is crazy. Easy. Because I didn't use the superpowers in Chapter 2 Season 4, so this is just easy. Easy, easy, easy. It's the Scope TR again, but leave the purple and gold version from Chapter 2. Just take everything I said from the pre-season of this video and apply it to this part of this video. I do want to add this though. It did better damage at 37, that's more than a gold scar. And this thing had potential to be taken over that. But no, they didn't do that. It's a semi-auto rifle with a fire rate of 2 and does lots of bloom and recoil when you ABS. And it still isn't accurate. Is this thing supposed to be accurate? Epic! Why? Just why would you make the most crap weapon in the game at the time and not buff it? Like, what the hell? Anyways, the rant is over because we are on Chapter 2 Season 5 now. This might be an interesting one, but yeah, it's the Boom Sniper. This thing does 85 damage with it in total, with 5 shots and unknown structure damage because it doesn't say in the white guy, which is annoying. Like, it could be better, but no, it's not. Come on, 85 for 5 shots? It's not getting the job done for me, to be honest. Honorable mention goes to the Nighthawk because it's the Scope Revolver with no thermal scope, and it still has the exact same stats. Just a disclaimer before we get to the Chapter 2 Season 6 part of the video. Chapter 2 Season 6 lovers, skip to Chapter 2 Season 7 because you did not want to see my rants. Jesus Christ, you will cry for this. But I'm gonna pick the makeshift bow for this. If you guys want to stay, yeah, it's a makeshift bow. Jesus Christ, this figure's terrible. 50 damage to the body and 100 to the head. That is not doing it for me as well. It's so bad that even the Fortnite white guy is literally begging on their knees, so you don't have to use it. And if you don't believe me, then go check yourself. I guess the only positive about this is the reload time, but everything else is bad. There's a few honorable mentions that the makeshift rifle, makeshift revolver, and primal pistol. Makeshift shotgun should be in this too, but they buffed it up from 2 to 3 and I actually know how to make it usable to an extent. For Chapter 2 Season 7, it's kind of hard, because it didn't really have any bad weapons that season, but the Chimera Ray Gun is the pick, and it's only because of the structure damage. 7 is not good. and it only does 11 damage per player, but the fire rate is 15, which is absolutely lethal, and beams players from like a million miles away. And that, even though that's the case, structure damage is still terrible. And honorable mention goes to the burst pulse rifle because it's weird using it and it's slow. Even when you hip fire, 4.2 fire rate, 30 damage is okay, but not good either. Chapter 2 Season 8 is kind of an easy pick, so I picked the dual field hunters. They're okay at doing damage, 34 per shot, but the 3.0 fire rate, bloom, and reload time just drags it down for me. Had potential to be good, but it's a crossbow. It's supposed to be bad. Also, the structure damage is so amazing. Definitely the best. Doing way more than a Zapatron. Am I right, guys? Am I right? Chapter 3, Season 1. For this section of the video, there wasn't anything really bad, but the Ranger AR really stands out. It's an AK doppelganger that doesn't even do 40 damage in Mythic, and also has bad bloom and recoil, but not as bad as the AK. Overall, it's just an AK copy, and when you have OP weapons in the loophole like the MK7 and the Stinger SMG, no one is taking that. Not even on reload in Chapter 6 Season 1. Honorable mention goes to the sidearm pistol because it's semi-automatic and it's kind of annoying, but it does do great damage, so that's why it's not here. Also, if I do put the sidearm pistol here, everyone's gonna get 7 Dragon Balls, 7 Chaos Emeralds, and the 6 Infinity Stones to literally beat my ass. I can't lie. Chapter 3 Season 2. We're finally here. Zero build. Anyways, my pick for this season might be a bit confusing because it isn't a weapon. It's a utility item, and you'll understand what later. This bolt goes to the repair switch. Only gets here because of the DPS, which is 48. That's it. You're not supposed to use it like a weapon. You're supposed to use it to fix cars. Can't believe they involved it in the car season. Chapter 5 Season 3. Would have been the E11, but it actually came on Chapter 2 Season 5, and I didn't notice till now, and it has a higher DPS. For this one, it's a DMR. It's terrible. No one's picking them up. Around 50 damage with a fire rate of 2.5. Could deck to drop them. What's the point of this? It's a bulky out with a scope and a slow fire rate. It would have been the charge SMG or the 2-shot shotty, but the shotty can get things done when used effectively, and the charge SMG has a fire rate of 17 and literally has a DPS of 336. That is absolutely lethal. There's no way I'm putting it at this spot. For this sport, it's the Cobra DMR, another DMR. It's basically the same as the normal DMR, and the Evoco weapons and the Goo Gun is way better than that stupid DMR. For Chapter 4 Season 1, it's the Scar, the modern Scar for this sport. And when I mean modern, I mean the last time it's been in an actual season. OG Fortnite 2023 and 4, Reload and Chapter 2 remakes do not count. So yeah, this thing was kind of terrible. I can't lie. They nerfed the Scar so badly in Chapter 4. Like, what happened? This thing used to be, like, so powerful, but now it's bad. Grey and blue Scar just feels so weird to use. Why is it like that? Why is the bloom so bad as well? And this thing used to be good, but now canonically it's terrible. For the second season of Chapter 4, we had so many good mythics, but one of the worst ones in that season was the Chapter 4 DC-15 Blaster. I haven't used it, but basically has the same stats as the green DC-15 Heavy Blaster. This thing wasn't even that good, and it was inaccurate and had a lot of bloom as well, so yeah. I've never used the OG version because of, but the green one's around the same. It's still better than the E11 at the time. Now for this season, it's, you guessed, another stupid DMR. It's the disappointment that we call the thermal DMR. This thing is useless. It's just an AR ripoff that has a thermal scope. No one is taking this when everyone's running around with mammoth pistols and maybe MK Alphas. The fire rate's okay, but the damage is terrible. 32 over Grey. Come on, even the Chapter 4 Scar's better. I bet no one even knew it existed. For this season, it's the EMP&H. It's terrible at doing damage, but it does stop cars, which was useful in only Chapter 5 Season 3. Only does 50 damage to shield only, and you can only use it to crash people's shield or finish them with your AR and shotty. So basically, it needs that to become good, which is just, nah, that's terrible. You might be surprised that I brought OG Fortnite up, but as I said in the other video, OG seasons count. Besides OG Fortnite 2024 Plus, that is a completely different game mode. I put the heavy shotgun here. They put the OG one back, no slots. It wasn't even that good. The same auto shotgun that does around 70 damage with a fire rate of 1, that is not it for me. And if people like it, then how? It's terrible! Oh my god, the tactical are so good! For this season, it's the Enforcer AR, Chapter 5 Season 1, if you didn't know. It's kind of good because it does around 40 damage with a fire rate of 4 and a reload time of around 2.5 seconds. But the main reason why it's here, not because it's terrible, but because all the weapons are actually really good. The battle was good, and everyone was running around with Reaper Snipers, Strike ARs, and Frenzy Shotties. And because of that, it's here. But if you put it in a season like Chapter 2 Season 6, then it probably would be better. Also, it's useless in the car season as well. TAC, A-R. Easy pick. But this would have been taken a longer time ago, because when this came out, I loved using it, and Glacier a lot. But now, that's not the case. Accuracy, bad. Damage, bad. And the damage fall off made this thing do 13 damage from 100 meters away. This is awful. We can use like an SMG to get some work done. We can't really. The DPS of 170 is not really getting the work done for me though. For Chapter 5 Season 3, I picked the Tramping Laser. 39 damage with fire rate of 3, that equates to DPS of 117. What else needs to be said about this thing? It's ass! The only positives about this is the reload time and the fact that it's hit gun. Other than that, it's worse than even attack. For the last season of Chapter 5, I picked the Boom Balloon. It's decent, doing 75 splash damage and chicken plays for around 120 seconds. And that's it. That's all it does. That's the problem. It's bland basic. That's all it does. Nothing else, and compared to the other guns, it's absolutely fun. And barely anyone uses it. It was only in the game for 2 to 3 weeks as well. Okay, for Chapter 2 remix, this might be a hot take, but I'm gonna pick Isis Scar. The other mystics was just better than another stupid Scar. And even the Blue Takeo was better than this. It's basically Star Soul with the pepper effect and nothing really OP out of that as well. For this season, I picked the Fire Mask. I mean, this thing was kind of trash, but it does have the positives. I mean, it does 100 damage and has the local effect. That's crazy, right? But the problem is, fire isn't really useful anymore. So it doesn't burn down builds or do extra damage to players with the fire. Also, you can only use it twice, and you have to wait forever to use it again, which is a big letdown, so yeah, that's why it's bad. There's no honorable mentions, but the Ranger AR would have been it, but it's Chapter 3 weapon, so yeah. For this season, it's gonna be a bit, of a hot take. It's not really a weapon, again, but it's still kind of bad. It's Thermite, because even though it's not a weapon, it still does 3 damage and only breaks vaults. And it's the worst at doing that too. Dr. John and the Plasma Rifle are way better than doing this. And that's why it gets the spot. Okay, for the mini-season, I chose the Thermal Imploder. I mean, grenades doing around 60, 70 damage is not going to compete with anyone running around with A280s or IQAs, so yeah. Even if you put in a different season, say for example, Chapter 2 Season 6 with its turbo meta, it's still going to be useless. It can function like an impulse, but you can do damage and it still initiates full damage. So that's really positive, and that's the problem. Okay, for Chapter 6 Season 3, I put the Mist Gauntlets. This thing does around 12 damage a shot, and I think it has around 30 mag, and then you reload. It's not even that fast, and you can only use that shotgun range as well. I would have put the Bass Gauntlet for its extremely low damage, or the Koto Tree for being a Junk Rift 2.0, but the Gauntlets are worse. Also, the Bass Gauntlet has a lot of movement features as well. And yeah, that's my list. Hope you liked it. Also, like and sub for more content, and also, please watch my first video, the best weapons from each season. Like I said, it's in the description. Bye, and let's go on the road to 2K.